What's good, YouTube? How y'all doing, man? It's your boy Kerry from Kerry Michael Creative Media, and today I'm here to talk to you guys about the Canon EOS R. Is it any good in 2021? Alright. So look, just shot this shit with limited stuff. So I just shot it with the EOS R, and then boom, here's my setup. Tequila, candle behind, orange juice to block out that plug right there in the wall, the red light, and then that light, and then the fridge. That's it. Alright, first off, the Canon EOS R was released, I think about September, October 2018. And I purchased it in January of 2019. Take it back, June 2019. June of 2019. Right now it retails for $17.99 for the body only. And if you want to pick it up with the 24 to 105 millimeter lens that I am currently using right now, you can get it for a total of $2,099. Not bad. RF mount, by the way, too. Awesome lens. Anyways, with that being said, what are some specs? The Canon EOS R has a 30.3 megapixel sensor, full frame sensor at that, which a lot of people love in today's society. Everybody's trying to go full frame. And it shoots 100 to 40,000 ISO, and is expandable up to 102,400 ISO. Also, it shoots in 4K, a great plus. But the major issue with that is 4K is cropped. Hey, but we'll talk about that later. And also, this camera is weather sealed. Perfect. Oh, by the way, if you hear that, my puppy's on the floor asleep by my feet right now. He's snoring. Anyways, with that being said, also, let's talk about some of my dislikes and some of my likes with this camera. So what are some of my dislikes? For one, I really don't have much dislikes, man. Besides, the only dislike for me would be the 4K crop. That's about it. That's about it. The 4K crop, and also I completely wish this camera shot 120 frames per second at something higher than 720p. It's garbage, but I never use that. I've never used a slow-mo on this camera at all. So whenever I shoot, it's either going to be 1080p at 24 frames per second, which looks outstanding. It's sharp, it's crisp. As a matter of fact, I'm actually shooting and talking to you guys on the Canon EOS R right now, shooting at 24 frames per second at 1080p. If I shoot it with 4K, you will see a major difference in the crop factor. So as a matter of fact, hold on one second, let me switch the settings and I'll jump into 4K. Hold on. Alright guys, here we go. So this is the 4K, and as you can see, there's the crop. If I sit up straight like I did earlier, see my head's getting chopped off. So I gotta actually lean into the camera on this one even more. So yeah, as you can see how much tighter it looks. Look at the frame, way tighter frame with the 4K. Yeah, the crop kind of sucks. That's my major dislike. Past that, there are many more likes about this camera coming from me than anything else. I love this camera to death. So first off, this camera is a beast. It is a beast. I mean, yes, it's a beast at 1080. 4K, yes, it's a beast with that as well too. But up to a certain point, I don't like the crop. But the crop does come in awesome, especially when I shoot stuff like my son's football games. I just drop it into 4K and I can, zoom. It acts like a zoom with that crop. So that comes in very handy. But as far as, and let me slow down a bit, because right now I'm talking a lot more about video specs. Let's back up and talk about the photo specs. Photo specs wise, this is a beast. This is a beast of a camera for photos. The autofocus is on point. It's quick, it's fast, as you guys can see right now. Let me watch the screen over here. I can see it's following me all around. I back up, come back in, stays locked in. Versus with the 60 Mark II, which I showed y'all last time. As you can see, when you come back and rock in, rock back, rock forward, it kind of takes like like a second or two before it actually focuses back in, versus this. Let's put the 6D Mark II up in the frame. See how quick that is? Now boom, jumps right back to my face. Like that. That's what I love about this camera. Now, and also, if you recall, I do shoot a lot for Circuit of the Americas, for F1, MotoGP, whatever event they have there, also for Dell. So for the photo side with Circuit of the Americas, the photos, I mean, the fact that it shoots at 30 megapixels is awesome, especially if I need to do crop. If I need to crop into one of the photos and hand it over to the clients, it's awesome. It's real awesome. And now for photo side, with the 4K on this is awesome. It's great for close-up headshots. Like now I'm doing, of course I would push it back further versus where it's at right now, and I use proper lighting versus this. I'm just doing a quick setup for you guys here at YouTube to show you the capabilities of the 4K. But as you can see with the 4K video, it's pretty crisp, it's sharp, it's awesome. It works perfect. All right, puppy, leave it alone. All right. Now he's waking up trying to chew on the tripod leg. But anyways, it shoots raw. It shoots raw for video as well. It shoots it just shoots a Canon 2 log though. That's about it. That's it. I mean, honestly, and it's 8-bit. It's not great for raw stuff. I'm shooting some client stuff. Every now and then, yes, I'll use the raw on it. Yeah, but it has to be properly well lit, because if you try and grade it with the blacks, it comes out not so nice. It doesn't come out too nice. So I usually, if I shoot with raw, of course, it'll always be in a spot that's properly well lit to give it a good dynamic range. Versus now with doing this talking head stuff for YouTube stuff, or even if I'm doing a client shoot where it's a talking head spot, then I'll shoot with the standard profile on the camera, which gives a clean look regardless. But would I recommend this camera? Yes, I would definitely recommend the R in 2021. I honestly, I would still recommend the R out in 2022. Why? Because the R, like I said, it's a beast of a camera. It's a beast of a body. I mean, it's Canon's first full-frame mirrorless camera to ever hit the market. And for it being a first full-frame mirrorless camera from Canon, it didn't meet a lot of people's standards, but it met mine. And honestly, for those of us that it met with their standards, it was still good. It's still good, even though there were a lot of people who didn't even like it that turned around and ended up starting to use the camera because they realized, look here, this camera is awesome. The autofocus is quick. It's sharp. The images are awesome. There's no issues besides, like I said, the 4K crop and the shooting raw at 8-bit. Besides that, you can get a lot done with the R. It's even with, like I said, with the 24 to 105, which is the lens that comes with it, shoots only drop down to f4. That's about it. It still gives a great image. It's a great image. So yeah, I would definitely recommend the R in 2021. I would recommend the R in 2022. Yes. The R5 is out, the R6 is out. But still, if you're not looking to spend that much on a camera, you can still get the R, which is a great, I mean, it's $17.99 for a camera that came out in 2018. It's still a little steep, but still, it's still budget friendly for a camera like this that shoots so great, and it'll still, I mean, this camera will last for a while. Honestly, it will last for a very long time. This is not a camera that I can say I see myself selling anytime soon, because it's great as my backup to my R6 with video, and it's great as my main camera for photos. Hey, with all camera companies, there's ups and downs to every single camera that they release. Or yes, it has its few downs, but there's a lot more pluses to the R. Anyways, guys, that's it for today. Until next time, next week, when I talk about the R6. Now that's gonna be a fun one to talk about. Peace. Somebody's teething real bad.